What's up, Gemini? How are you all doing? This here is your January mid-month. Did I already do Gemini? I already did Gemini, didn't I? Hang on. Let me check. I might have to click off of this real quick. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, okay. Never mind. I was going to last night and then something came up. That's what happened. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So this is your January mid-month. Mid-month messages. So please check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. Also on my website, you can see where to sign up for the weekly manifestation group coaching calls. For those of you who are signed up for that, next week, it's going to be fun. We going to get into some science next week. Yup. We're going to take all the philosophical stuff, all the mystical stuff, all the, and then we're going to bridge it with science so that we can bring this into a point of understanding. That's going to be fun. Anyway, all right, I'm pretty sure that's all I had to say. Let's jump right into this. All right, so I'm going to do a past, present, future, but I really want to focus on what's coming in. What's coming in. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. Past, present, future. Focus on what's coming in. Oh, there we go. Sun card in the reverse. Okay. Okay. Ah, the Chariot. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay. So in the past, looks to me like you connected with a manipulative commitment phobe. Wow. Some of you were in a very vulnerable place when you connected with this person, with that Six of Swords right there. I'm trying not to get too specific, but I'm really feeling that some of you were very hurt, very lonely, and very broken, moving on from something very painful when you connected with this. And hey, I know that exact scenario isn't going to be everybody, but for those of you who were in a very vulnerable place, very lonely, very broken, very hurt from something that had just recently happened to you, I feel like this person may have been kind of like a vulture. There are people out there who prey on people like that. Oh, yes, they are. They can sense that you're weak and vulnerable, and shit, you're easy to manipulate when you're weak and vulnerable. Super easy. Super, super easy. If you're a game player out there and you're looking for somebody to lie to, bullshit, blow smoke up their ass, and run game on them, the easiest, quickest person you can grab a hold of is somebody who's very broken and very hurt. Now, again, I know that's not going to be everybody, but either way, regardless of whether or not you were in a hurt, vulnerable place or not, I still kind of feel like you connected with a manipulative commitment phobe. Could be a Taurus. Also have Leo and Cancer here. Creeping up into the current moment. In the present, looks like you feel like things are moving slow. Feels like it. And again, retrograde season. And my wife just recently told me that Mercury is not the only retrograde that we're dealing with. So especially if we got a couple of them coupled together, it's really making things feeling like they're moving slow. They're not, though. Things really aren't moving as slow as you think they are. I used this analogy the other day on an all signs video. Some of you have heard me. Any of you ever made that drive from Southern California to Vegas? You ever made that drive? When you're going through Barstow and whatnot, and you're in the desert, and you get up at the top of one of those hills, and you just see 50, 60, 70 miles ahead. And it's just a stretch of highway going through the desert as far as the eye can see. And when you just look straight out at everything, it just looks like you're sitting still, looking at a big picture. But when you look down at your speedometer, you see you're doing 85, 90 mile an hour. So, and then when you look down at the street, you see the street moving real fast. But when you look in front of you, it don't look like you're moving. It just looks like you're sitting still, sitting in one spot, looking at a big picture of the desert. But things are moving faster than you think they are. That's the analogy I like to use. For those of you who have never driven through the desert before, hopefully you can paint the picture in your mind of what I'm talking about. That's very much what it's like whenever you're driving down a desert highway. For real. It looks like you ain't making no movement. You aren't moving. You're just sitting there in one spot, you know? That's kind of what I feel like you got going on right now. I don't know. I'm going to have to clarify this here because it's kind of looking like somebody wants to break the silence here. Let me clarify that Five of Pentacles reversed. Looking like somebody might want to be breaking the silence here in the present moment. No, okay, healing. Never mind. Guess what? Clarify the Five of Pentacles reversed. The Five of Cups reversed. So I've been seeing a lot of that coming through here lately as well, where you're doing a lot more healing than you know. Some of you might want to argue with me on that. You don't think you're healing because you feel so restless and irritable and you just don't feel good. And it feels like everything's time is standing still. Trust me, the real true healing path isn't fun. That's one of the ways that you know you're actually on the healing path is when you're not really all that comfortable. See, a lot of people, they run out and they chase pleasure. They try to have a good time and this and that. And they try to distract themselves from the pain and they think that's healing. No, if you're comfortable and having fun and feeling good, you're not healing, you're hiding. So I think a lot of you are doing more healing than you know. Things are moving faster than you know. Let's see what's coming in. Where'd my deck go? Oh. What's coming in? What's coming in here? Oh, look at that. Nine of Pentacles. King of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh, man. Blessings. You're headed towards some major blessings. Major. I feel like what the universe is doing for a lot of you, the universe is taking you and putting you over here on a path all by yourself. And that may not feel very good. I get it. It doesn't. A lot of times, especially, man, I've already been rejected. I've already been abandoned. I've been betrayed. And now here I am all by myself. And it feels painful in the moment. But I promise you, one day you're going to look back on this and it's going to make sense. I think that you are in the midst of a massive frequency change. A massive frequency change. And a lot of times what will happen is the universe won't let anybody come into your life. Because if somebody comes into your life while you're on your way up the mountain and you latch on to them, well, that's like a hot air balloon latching onto a sandbag. You're going to stop. You're going to stop on your journey up to the top. You're going to grab onto this person who isn't making any headway. They're just chilling there on that frequency where they live and where they're going to stay for the rest of their life. And if you grab onto them, you're going to be trapped on that vibration. You're not going to move up through it. Does this make sense? Let's take a look at the next person coming in, though. Whoever that is, whenever that is, let's look at the next person who's due to come in to Gemini's life. Let's look at that situation. Let's look at the energy surrounding that situation. Queen of Swords, though. Yeah, by the time the next person comes in, you will have gained so much wisdom. And you will have, like, basically what you're doing right now, even though you may not realize it, I promise you, subconsciously, you are extracting wisdom from the past. And you may not even realize that you're doing it. Extracting wisdom from the past. Using that wisdom to look ahead. And by the time the next person comes in, it's going to be really, really hard to bullshit you, isn't it? It's going to be hard. Not going to be that easy. Now, if somebody like that past person tries to come play a game with you again, it ain't going to work. Ain't going to work. Not like it. No. You are becoming much wiser as a direct result of this past experience. Seven of Cups reverse, though. Okay. Ooh. Uh-oh. I feel like you're going to be tested. I feel like you're going to be tested. Ten of Cups reversed, Devil card. Feels like a test is coming in. Just to test to see whether or not you're ready to move on to the next level. Didn't this already come through for you guys? I know that this message comes through for pretty much everybody at some point in time in their life, but I could have swore this came in for Gemini very recently, within the past month or two. Yeah, a test is coming. Yep. Oh, a test is coming. Some of you, a past person is going to come back, but that's not necessarily everybody. Whether it's a past person or not, I really feel like it is going to mimic that past situation almost like exactly to the T. Because the universe is wanting to see, are you ready to level up? You can say that you're ready. You can talk about it. Now show me. Prove it. Prove that you learned your lesson from that past situation. Universe going to send you one of these. If you're really ready to experience something different, you got to start doing something different. So I'm going to send you something just like what you've experienced in the past and see how you react to it. What are you going to do? Are you going to do the same thing you did in the past? Or are you going to do something different this time? Yeah, I don't think the next, because, okay, with the Six of Wands right here, something very successful is due to come in. Is due to come in. However, you got to prove that you're ready for it. You got to prove that you're ready for it. Okay, cool. Hey, man, we all got to go through that. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your sign is. You will always be tested when it's time to level up. Always. All right, let's look at the current person. Current person. If you are not experiencing any issues, problems, or concerns with somebody who's currently a part of your life, then this is not for you. Let's look at the energy surrounding the situation. We'll see what the problem is. Two of Wands reversed. Two shuffles for the Two of Wands. Strength card reversed. So this connection is pretty much just draining the life out of you. Some of you are suspecting that there is a third party. For some of you, maybe you have a third party on the side, possibly. Okay, so I don't see, okay. So you're up in your head overthinking the hell out of this with the Two of Swords. I don't see you putting an end to this. I don't see you moving on from this. But I also don't really see you genuinely, truly in love anymore. Some of you are thinking so hard. It's getting to the point to where it's like, if I really think about this, like really hard, and I'm 100% honest with myself, I really don't want to be here. Or do I? No, I really don't. Or do I? I see you going back and forth. There's your twins, man. There's your twins. There's them twins arguing with each other. We got to get both twins working together as a team, boy. Both twins working together as a team. Yeah, you got 1 foot out the door. I feel like you got 1 foot out the door. Thank you, Chuck, for that super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, oh, hang on. By the way, I got Scorpio here. Who else? And Leo. Scorpio and Leo. Okay. Now let's see the current person's true intentions, energy, all that good stuff. How they feel about you. How do they feel in this connection? It's not even telling me what went wrong, honestly. It's not. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for what went wrong. It's not even telling me. Must not be important at this point. The Hierophant. Judgment reversed. Okay. Yeah. So similarly, they don't want to move on from this either. They do feel a lot of tension between the two of you, though. They do. They want commitment, honestly. I don't think this person wants to go anywhere. They don't want this to come to an end, but they don't know how to express their concerns. That's the problem. They don't want to fight a battle with you. They just don't know how to open up and adequately express their concerns about this situation. I don't see that they have bad intentions, though. It doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. Yeah, see, Ace of Cups. I think they are in love, though, honestly. They may express it like shit. You may not. I just don't think they know how to express it. I don't think they know how. Okay. I guess let's just jump straight into the outcome then. Ace of Wands, Magician reversed. We got another super chat. The Silver Empress. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, and thank you for that positive feedback. Thank you, thank you. All right, Magician reversed, Ace of Wands. Hang on. Seven of Swords reversed. That came out in the last spread too. I just didn't say anything about it. I almost kind of feel like you're going to catch this person in a lie. Because like I said, they don't really know how to express themselves. There's that Two of Swords again. Okay. We got three aces here. Okay. So, Two of Swords, Lover's card. What this tells me is you're not making a solid decision. I'm going to stay, I'm going to go. I'm just going to sit here and overthink the shit out of it and not do anything. In the meantime, while all that time is passing, this connection is withering away between the two of you. Almost with three aces, bam, bam, bam. Three aces kind of tells me that you are about to enter into a new chapter. I'm not with this. This is the only thing. This right here is the only thing that's kind of putting a monkey wrench in this situation. If this wasn't here, I would say it looks like this is going to come to an end and you're off to a fresh new start. But with this right here, I kind of feel like that fresh new start is being delayed. I feel like it's being delayed. It almost kind of feels like you're catching this person in a lie. Because like I said, they don't know how to express what's really on their mind. They don't really know how to express their true feelings. But whether you are genuinely in love or not, this connection is still really intense. See, we hear little phrases like soul connection. And the first thing we think is romance and love. No. You can have the most intense soul connection in the world with your worst enemy. You know? So whether you feel emotions of love and whatnot or not, that doesn't mean that this is not an incredibly intense connection. That's just hard to walk away from, you know? Okay, let's get some advice then. What's the advice? Nine of Pentacles. Let's talk about independence. Let's talk about that. Because that is a really hot topic for debate in many different ways all over the internet. The first thing people hear, or the first thing people think in their mind when they hear the word independent is go be alone and do it all by yourself. Not necessarily. That's not what it means. That's not what independent intrinsically means. Yes, on one side of that coin, independent people are not bothered whatsoever by being alone. But just because you're independent doesn't mean you have to go be alone. Independence means simply that. I don't depend on anyone for whatever it is, whether it's financial independence or emotional independence. Just because you're financially independent doesn't mean that you and your partner can't contribute, to the finances. Both of you could make $250,000 a year. You're still financially independent, because if you make $250,000, you don't depend on your partner for their $250,000. I don't depend on you for my finances. I mean, we come together and make a really good team and build a hell of an empire. But if something were to happen, I'm fine. I don't depend on you for finances. Same thing with emotional independence. You could be happily married to your life partner and have a huge circle of friends and still be emotionally independent. What that means is I'm happy as fuck, whether I'm alone or not. I enjoy the connections that I share with my friends, my family, my romantic love partners. I enjoy those. I don't depend on those to be my only source of happiness. That makes sense? Independence is so important, and it's been so drummed out of us for so many decades. And I could go on all day long about how that's happened and how it's manifested itself and how most of us have gotten to where we are today, where we are dependent on money and relationships. And without those things, we are not happy. And that's what it's come to in today's day and age. We've been programmed to think that we have to get the money and the relationship first. And that's the only way that we're going to be happy. All right. This has been decades and decades and decades in the making. Independence is a state of being, it's a vibrational state. Whether you could, like I said a second ago, I'm going to repeat myself. You could be married, have a huge circle of friends, get along with everybody at the workplace. You and your partner both make a good amount of money. But that doesn't mean that you are or you are not independent. That happens in here. Does this make sense? This makes sense. We want to focus on our independence. And when I say focus on your independence, that doesn't mean go be alone unless you want to. If you want to, shit, that's fine. It's totally fine. If you can't figure out how to communicate with this person like an adult, and both of you actually open up to each other, then basically this connection, the burden of this connection is going to keep getting heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier until it's a done dollar. Done dollar. Lover's card, though. I don't think it's necessary, though. Unless you just are absolutely, completely, and totally fucking done. Like that, I think that's a good way to judge and test and ask yourself, like, imagine if I could rub a magic lamp and a genie could pop out and grant me some wishes and shit, Would I even ask for this relationship to work out? What if I could flip a switch and make everything beautifully work out? Would I even be interested in that? If not, then I guess it's time to go then. I guess. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes you can get to that point where I'm just drained dry. Just drained dry. I'm not even interested in making it work with you. No, not even interested in that. Now, that may not be everybody, but I feel like there's at least one of you who it's like, I mean, even if you were the last human being on the planet Earth, I would rather just be alone and be independent than be with you. Well, then it's time to go. If that's your outlook on it, it's time to fucking go, yo. For real. Time to go, dude. But I think for the majority of you, though, that's not necessary. I think that communication, as corny and cheesy and cliche as that sounds, we got to have honest, trust-based communication. I got to be able to open up and express to you how I'm feeling without you judging me. Okay? That's what we got to do. Both of you have to set that vibration that we can both open up and express who we really are and how we really feel and feel safe doing that. Make sense? I really feel like if y'all just fix that problem, that's really the only problem between the two of you. That's really the only problem. That's it. And I feel like this connection could be saved. Alrighty, I feel like those were the messages that my Gemini friends needed to hear, so I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all again for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all of the love, support, and positive feedback you guys show me every time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.